Welcome back to JB Reviews. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Bel Air, Maryland. I am at Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and I'm going to show you guys a truck that they have given me the privilege to show you, and it might be my next truck. It's probably the exact truck. It's not actually, but hey, it looks so good and I cannot wait to show you guys. Look at that beast. Oh my gosh. Let me turn the camera around for you. So here we're looking at a 2019 Ram 3500 and it is a beast. As you can see, it's a mega cab, Longhorn package, has that beautiful interior, and I love this red. I wish I could afford this truck. I don't know how I'm gonna pay for mine. I haven't told the dealership that I can't pay for it yet, so we'll see how everything goes. But what I'm gonna do on my channel, if you're new, I'm gonna show you guys around this truck. I'm gonna show you guys the interior and the exterior, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the window sticker to show you all the options and features, and then as always, I'm gonna show you guys the payload. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually really excited to show you guys two things in this truck. One, I'm excited to, of course, show you the window sticker, and the reason why is because the payload on this mega cab is actually very high. Now, I've said this before in my other videos. Anytime you buy a long bed 3500 or you buy a mega cab, you're going to get that 12,300 pound gross vehicle weight rating for this truck. Therefore, this is going to give you a pretty significant jump on the, for your payload. Now, of course, the reason why that payload number is higher is because, of course, the long bed is going to be heavier with the longer frame. Same thing goes for this mega cab. But the good news is they do give you a higher payload capacity too. Let's go ahead and get started so I can show you that window sticker. So as I mentioned, this is going to be a 2019 Ram 3500 Laramie Longhorn mega cab 4x4. Base price for a Laramie Longhorn is going to be $62,050 with full drive and, of course, mega cab. Now, as I mentioned, Delmonico Red was what was painted on this truck, and it has that black and Cato tan interior. Here's some of the standard features that are going to come in this truck. This is going to be a very short list of things, but one thing to point out is it does have that 373 axle ratio. Now, that trailer sway dampening, I did some research on that. Basically what that's going to do is if your truck starts to sway, it will actually apply the brakes to keep the truck in control. I didn't know that. I looked it up online because I was kind of interested to see what it was. So that's pretty cool. So if you're towing maybe in the wind and your trailer starts to get a little squirrely, your truck will automatically apply the brakes. So I'm pretty sure it works in conjunction with your traction control and vehicle stability control. And then for your interior, your 8.4-inch display is going to be the standard screen for this truck too. Now, here's some of your exterior features on this truck. Bifunction LED projector headlights come standard. Now, here's where all your options are going to start here. That Delmonico Red Pro Coat will set you back $100. Now, this truck was equipped with a towing technology group. Now, that's going to give you that center high mount stop lamp with cargo view camera, and it's going to give you the surround view camera and trailer reverse guidance. Now, I strongly recommend you get that center high mount stop lamp if you don't get this package. I would probably recommend that on any truck, especially if you plan on towing a trailer or if you just plan on putting stuff in the back of your bed of your truck. Now, this does have the safety group too, so it'll give you that adaptive cruise control, full speed forward collision warning plus, and then blind spot with cross path detection. Now, this truck does have that protection group too, which is going to give you that transfer case skid plate for $95. This truck does have the cold weather group for $145, and here's your Longhorn level 1 equipment group there. So just take a look at that. So it doesn't come with a lot of things, but you get that 17 speaker Harman Kardon. You do upgrade this to the 12-inch display up front, and you get the power deployable running boards. Now, I did not know that until just now. Until I read this, but power deployable running boards are actually an option on the Longhorn, but they are standard on the Limited. Now, you get that Ram charger also with that Longhorn package, and of course Sirius XM. Disregard the blind spot. Of course, you're going to get that in the safety group. Now, this truck was equipped with the 6.7 liter Cummins. Now, this is the baby Cummins. That's what I've been calling this engine for now because I haven't really found a better name for it. But yeah, you get the Cummins, the standard Cummins with this truck, which is $9,100, or you could get the high output, which is going to give you the Aisin transmission. 220 amp alternator is going to come with that. And this truck was also equipped with the instrument panel mounted auxiliary switches, chrome tow hooks, upfitter electronic module, and destination comes in at $1695. And again, this is a lot of money, so I'm not going to sit here and act like this is nothing to me, because I honestly, it's a lot to swallow. But for what you're getting in this truck compared to the 2018s, this is not a bad price. That's whenever I say this is not a bad price, I hope I'm not coming off as if I can afford this, because this is a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a truck. And what I'll tell you is, if you compare the prices for the trucks, especially comparing the fact that you're getting so many new upscale features in the truck, like that 12-inch display, like that safety group, that towing technology group package. I mean, there's just so many reasons to really take a second look at the price point on these trucks. Let's go ahead and take a look around this interior. I'm gonna show you guys this mega cab. I've shown it to you before in the past, but I have never shown it to you on a Laramie Longhorn. So the main reason why anyone would ever opt to get this mega cab is really just to increase the rear capacity for your passengers. My kids are 5 and 6 year olds, so for me, if I did plan on keeping a truck like this for a long period of time, the mega cab would make more sense. These seats, as you see, do recline in the rear, and if you need these seats to be laid flat, you have a handle at the very top of the seat right here that you can fold down. And of course, you're going to get some space in the rear with actually a small compartment. And I will say small again because it's not that big of a compartment space. Now, it is plastic in here. I wish they would have put something else in here as opposed to plastic, because it's just hard plastic, because things could roll around here and make noise. So that's one thing I don't like about this compartment. But they do give you a compartment back here to put things. They do give you your hooks for your child seats, and of course there's hooks for hanging things too. You do get a sliding mirror in the back also. And for the center of the seat, they do give you 2 cup holders for the center here. Now I'm on the passenger side of the truck, and you can see below the seat, you do have some storage down here. So if you need to store something on the floor, you can under the seat. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this seat down from the top. One thing I would like to point out is I wish these headrests that they put on the back of these seats did kind of collapse a little bit to kind of make it easier for these seats to clear the front seat, because this is a very tall seat, as you can see. I mean, look how close it is to the roof. And of course you have to push the seat up in order to push the seat down. So one thing I want to show you guys now, this is a really cool feature that Ram did for this truck. Now I'm pretty sure it was on the previous generation too, but if you remember, when I had the seat up before, I had it reclined. Now take a look at this. When I put the seat up, it puts it in the same position that it was when you put it down. That was very good planning, and I love the fact that they did that too. That really makes this truck just that much, you know, it just makes it that much more functional. Love that they embroidered the Longhorn badge in the back of the seats, especially in the back seat. Normally they don't have to do things like that. They could just do it on the front seats to be done. But with that seat up, you still have a good amount of space in the back to lay things. So you still get a good amount of space inside this truck. I would like to see the center floor flat, but it definitely it is flatter than what you can get inside the crew cab. Now at back, you've seen in some other videos, you have your USBs, you have your air vents, you have your power outlet, and you have heated seats too. Love the fact that they give you these nice little hooks on the rear of the seats. This does pop up, but you don't really have to do that because the storage sets go just in here. This is really just for design. It would be nice if they put maybe a hidden pocket in here to hide things. Now walking up front to the driver door, you will have those power boards, which were optional for the Longhorn. But take a look at these floor mats too. Pretty much the same design as the Limited, just a different color, and that they say Longhorn on them. Ram does give you this upscale wood trim. Now this is more of like a flat surface for the wood, and of course rightfully so because it's your steering wheel. But up here you have like a really rough surface, and I believe they say that all the wood inside this truck is real wood. And I mean, for the very least, it does feel real here and on the side of the door right there. And I love how they put the wood trim piece right on the bottom of the steering wheel, and just the leather and the wood and all the nice bright color metals inside the truck. Everything flows really well. I mean, this is the best interior color and design of all the Ram trucks. I really do think, I mean, just the accents. I don't know if you can see, but look at just the detail of this leather seat. I mean, it is just amazing. The stitching, the different design here, just the leather upholstery, adding the Longhorn wording on the back of the seats, doing a two-tone leather. I mean, there's so much about this truck that just makes it cool. Even on the handle to get inside the truck, they didn't have to put stitching here to match the interior, but they did. You know, it's just little things like that. They make this truck just that much better than the competition. And again, I know most people might come on my channel and say I'm a Ram fanboy, and I might agree with you to an extent, but I will definitely tell you like this: I'm glad that Ram is taking on Ford and Chevy the way they are, because I really do think when Ford comes out with their next truck, it's going to be game over. I'm not going to lie to you. I really do think Ford is going to come strong, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do. Now, this truck is going to have blind spot monitoring, and one thing new for 2019 is they do give you that power adjustable convex mirror. All you have to hit is the front button there, and then hit left to control that small glass there, if you can see it moving there. Really glad that they did that. Now, you have to still manually fold them up or down if you need to tow your trailer. Now, this is going to kind of be pretty similar to the previous generation, just this is more updated. The screen looks a little bit more updated, but the gauges on this are only going to be seen on a Longhorn the way that you see it right here. Now, as you saw on the window sticker, 12-inch display is optional for every truck. Now, I'm glad they did that, because not everybody's going to want this big screen. I mean, this screen isn't for everybody, but it does work well. If you've seen in my previous videos, I've shown you that you can, if you hit the home button up top there, you can actually set your media right there, and you can set your navigation below. And if you want, you can skip things up to the top. I mean, it's just, everything about this truck is just well thought out. Again, I know I might sound like a Ram fanboy, but I'm telling you, this truck is that good. They do give you the auxiliary switches located right below your tow haul, your exhaust brake if you have a diesel, and your parking sensors right here. Not a bad place to put it. I still love where Ford puts theirs. Ford puts theirs up top, and I don't know why Ram didn't copy them, because that would have made this a little bit more cleaner. Because I gotta admit to you, I actually did not get the auxiliaries on my truck, because I like the little knobs that they give you. And plus, I didn't get these two really because I didn't want to add a bunch of stuff to my truck, because I know if I saw these buttons out here, that's the only thing that's going to tell me is I need to add more lights to my truck, and I don't want to add anything to my truck because it's already so expensive. Now, CD player, more USBs, type A's and type C's, and you have this huge center console with this nice, you know, rough surface wood. But I like how they give you these little compartments to hide away your cup holders and just some other things in here. Now, this is gonna be your coin holders. And then take a look at this center console. Let me look at that. Looks amazing. So this camera view all the way to the left is gonna be your rear view, rear cross path view, front cross path view, and then you're gonna have your front view of the camera. Of course, you're gonna have your camera views for your bed. Now, you can zoom into this, and you can actually adjust that center line there in the center there. You can go left to right and forward and back, and of course you would have to accept that. And you also have your side view cameras too. As you can see, you can push these left or right also. Again, most of the trucks today have this, so I mean, this isn't something like groundbreaking for the most part. But again, it's good that they give you these camera views, because these are good for towing you know, your trailer. Now, of course, if you're towing your regular trailer, your tongue, of course you have this camera view, and you can zoom into it. Heated and cooled seats. You know, let me put the cool seat on real quick to see how well it works. Have a heated steering wheel, and I mean, there's just so many things that you can do. I mean, let me just show you the full navigation on this screen there. But look at that. I mean, it's so big. I mean, of course, at the top you can still see your climate control, temperatures, time, outside temp, and of course you have your settings, bam, right smack dab up the top on the screen, so you can just change anything you need to on the truck there. You can go back to home. You can do that split screen as I showed you guys. I mean, look at that. You have your navigation. You can have your audio controls there. Let's just say you didn't want to see your navigation anymore, but you want to see your climate. You can just do that too. You want to turn the screen off? No problem. Button's right there. This is just such an easy system to use. And when the screen's off, you still can control things on the side here too. So let me go ahead and show you guys around the outside of this truck, and then we're gonna get to it and show you. I'm gonna show you guys the Payload. If you haven't seen my other videos, I do a good walk around of some of the interior, so feel free to go back through, look at some of the interior videos I've done, because for the most part, I mean, I don't want to keep showing you guys the same things. I mean, for the most part, I will do that sometimes. When I get my truck, I'm going to go a little bit more into detail too, so you guys can see some of the things that, you know, I learned from just having my truck there. So let's go ahead and go outside. All right, so what I did on this video is I dropped the running boards for you guys so you can get a better view of what they look like with them down. Look at this front end. I'm not a huge fan of all the chrome. I would like to see a painted bumper for the Laramie Longhorns in the future, but right now you cannot get a painted bumper on the Laramie Longhorn. You're gonna have your projector style LED headlights. Chrome handles up front was an option. And of course, this camera system was optional too. Take a look at the lines inside the hood too. I mean, everything looks great. And if you don't know, this is an aluminum hood. Here's a better view of those running boards down. Now, the only thing this truck is missing is clearance lamps. It's just me, but I don't like to see a heavy duty truck without that. That should be standard. Excuse me, that should be standard. Now, this truck does have 18-inch wheels. You can get 20s, but I'll tell you right now, these 18s look perfect on this truck. I mean, I think that they should make these as option for the limited. I think these are the best style wheels so far I've seen for the Ram trucks for 2019. I mean, they look amazing. They would look even better if you had some off-road tires on them too. Now, because this is going to be a 3500, you will have leaf springs in the rear, and there is an option to have air suspension in the rear also. Now, this truck, of course, was not equipped with that, but it is available. And here's just another view of your rear suspension there. Now, on your key, if you hit this button twice, you can drop that rear tailgate. Spray and bed liner, and you do have your LEDs inside the bed. They do give you, what is it, 4 hooks on each side of the bed. I believe these top hooks are new for 2019. I don't remember seeing those on my truck. Of course, you have the spray and bed liner. I believe this comes as a standard equipment for the Longhorn trucks. The tailgate is pretty lightweight. You have that really nice large Longhorn badge in the rear. Here are your 4 and 7 pin connections. Parking sensors right below there. Now, there is no bed utility group, so you don't have your bed step. Strongly recommend, if you're building a truck from the factory, make sure you add that bed utility if it's available. Now, in the Longhorn and Limiteds, I don't think that package is optional, because the spray and bed liner does come as a standard feature, and you can delete it too if you don't want it. Here's a look at your tail lights. Your blind spot monitoring is going to be built into the back of this. Every bulb inside of here is LED. I really like these wheels, guys, a lot. And the Delmonico Red just makes this truck just look like a beast. I'm not a huge fan of red. Like this red here, I would never do this. Fire engine red is just too bright for me. Now, you know what we're going to do, right? Let me know when you're ready. On your marks, get set, go. Got the mirrors up in tow mode. And then here's just another view with the mirrors up with your running boards if you want to see that. I'm kind of weird, guys. I like to see certain things. When I go look at cars, I'm the weirdest dude on a freaking parking lot. I do weird things just to kind of give myself more of a view of the truck, just because it makes me like that's how I sell myself. Like when I go to buy something, I have to like see things a certain way. And seeing these running boards now with those mirrors up, that looks really good. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I think it looks amazing. Now, I always used to ride my mirrors down on my previous truck when I'm not towing my trailer. But when I get my truck, I'm going to keep my mirrors up this time. I don't care if people judge me. I don't care. They're going to be up all the time. Mikey P's already said the same thing. He's like, I'm riding mine up too. So I won't be alone in that regard. But let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers on this truck, and then I'm going to show you guys the payload. All right, so here we go. If you're planning on buying a 2019 Ram 3500 with the Cummins motor, you're going to see a 6,000 pound gross axle weight rating in the front. Your gross axle weight rating in the rear is going to be 7,000 pounds. As I mentioned, if you do opt to get a mega cab 1-ton truck or long bed 1-ton truck, you're going to see a 12,300 pound gross vehicle weight rating for this truck. Now, I was going to have you guys guess what the payload was until the next video to try to get people to subscribe to my channel, but I can't do that to you guys. I can't snake you like that, so I'm just going to show it to you. So your payload capacity for this truck is going to be 4,022 pounds. But hey guys, thank you so much for watching these videos and supporting my channel. If you haven't had a chance yet, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. I've said it before in my other videos, I'm starting to have a lot of fun doing these videos for you guys, and I hope that you guys do find that this information is definitely going to be helpful for you. The main reason why I started my channel was so that you guys could have a better idea what the numbers are on these trucks. I want you to get it in your head what the payload of every truck's going to be with certain options. I want you to get into your head what the gross vehicle weight rating is of your specific truck. And in the future, I'll start showing you guys some things that I'm going to start doing when I buy trucks. The very first thing you should do is you should take it to a weigh station to get it weighed. And then if you are planning on, you know, having your family with you on trips, things like that, you should bring them with you. You should fill it up with a full tank of gas. Put any necessity things that you're going to have inside the truck. Get it weighed, and that way that should give you a better idea what your payload capacity should be for your or that should give you a good idea where you need to be at for your pin weight. Again, if you're planning on buying a trailer, always look at the gross vehicle weight rating of that trailer and then multiply that by 20%. I normally use 20 to 22%. I'm starting to see that these trailers are starting to be built a little bit better to give you more of like the weight on the axles of the trailer versus having it on the bed of the truck. So that's one good thing I've been noticing, because I've been seeing when I do the math with some of the manufacturers, I'm starting to see that they're using 17-18%, and it's probably because some of them are starting to put most of the heavier items in the rear of the trailer, which is helping. Like my trailer, for example, has a 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating, and it has a 1,900 pound pin weight. Now of course that pin weight is going to be based off of the empty trailer, so no options that were added to it, nothing added to the trailer basically. So again, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I hope it was helpful, and if so, like the video, consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you.